He was from a place called Farmville, Louisiana. And I don't know quite where that is, but it's not New Orleans, but Farmville, Louisiana. German immigrant there. Told you 3 times about the lunch in the afternoon with the Mississippi officers. This was this Lieutenant Colonel Walter Rorer, who I will repeat that he said, every time I see a sunset, I do too think that it's my last. But I enlisted to defend my country, and I'm willing to give my life for my country, although I think the Confederacy might up the South. And he died about 45 minutes later. About 2 hours later. Right there. He's with Colonel Mike Farrell. Unknown. Well, we've identified a lot of them now, and certainly God knows who they are. And I'm ashamed to do that. I always thought by the unknown now. And I was younger then. And one is A.J. Fowler, 3rd Confederate. That's Go Vance Brigade. I've read his diary. Started May 29th of 1864. Every day. Started off with, I've been in 3 major battles. Perryville, Murfreesboro, and Chickamauga. And thine will be done, but I pray to God this war ends so I can go home. Thine will be done. And of course, every day the temperature, ladies give them socks on the side of the road, big passages, everything going on. Toward the end coming up here, March 18 miles a day, feet sore, March 21 miles a day. I pray to God this war end, but thine will be done. And on November 29th was the last passage, Spring Hill. November 30th, he's killed here. December 1st, his comrade writes in J. Fowler died as a Christian. If I survive, I'll bring his diary home to him. Now, when I was at the Carter House for 20 years, I happened to a couple times a year read his diary. They placed a package in front of me and sent it to me. I opened it. It was the same diary. Another family member sent it. Now, what is the odds of that happening? Is it luck or fate? You could win the lottery in those odds. That twice you read, and it's the same diary. It's just, I don't know. There's something mystical there. Maybe not. Maybe it's just luck. But I don't know about that. I don't know. I can name a lot of unknowns here. That's the way I didn't know who he was. It's Charles Napoleon, Bachelor Street, 33rd Mississippi. Miss Ethel Baxter, God rest her soul, she's from California, Sepulveda. And she's from Illinois originally. And she knew the family in Mississippi, in Louisiana. He's from Aytch County, Mississippi. He's a college graduate, by the way. The family still has his fraternity pin. And she did a lot of research on him, shared it with me. I met her at the Carter House on a stone bench. She's an older woman. And we started talking about this. I said, she said, who's your favorite story out there? I said, how about your, That's Knapp Street, Charles Napoleon Bachelor Street is one of them. I said, I know the family. And she's a little tiny woman about this tall. And wonderful, Ethel Baxter, wonderful woman. And what I learned from her is that Aytch County had gone up to Virginia. He followed them, Battle of Manassas occurred. He missed it. He transferred to the Madison Light Artillery Unit. And they're all tips. They call them tips because they're all from Tipperary, Ireland. They carry long butcher knives for the sole purpose of fighting off savage cows and ferocious hogs. When the beasts are attacking, they have to defend themselves, and they have pork chops and beef steak. Well, do you want to be bit? I don't want to be bit. Yeah. And from there, they transferred back to Mississippi, Polk's Corps. They're transferred to Atlanta in '64. Got to Resaca. They marched. That's 280 miles, but they marched about 120 of that. Here I whined a little bit last night. My legs were a little tired last night, walking around. And then I think of these boys. What a wuss I am. But in the battle, that's the Featherston's Brigade by the railroad cut. The color bearer went down. Lieutenant Paxton picks up the colors. He's killed. And Knapp Street picked up the 33rd colors, planted on top of the works, and he's killed that flag wrapped around him. And that's in Jackson, Mississippi today. His blood is still on it. And on the back of this, it says, rest in peace, my brother, right here. And of course, this cost $26,000 just recently to treat these stones. The United Artists Confederacy, I'm not kidding now, takes care of these and takes care of this cemetery. And by the way, Miss Baxter, she was a little bulldog. I love Miss Baxter. But there's a lady, some of these idiots are in here like to walk their dogs to the cemetery. Nobody loves a dog more than me. I cried for 4 days when my best buddy died in May 2009, 16-year-old dog. He died in my arms. And And but I wouldn't walk my dog in a cemetery. Yeah. And this woman starts coming over there. I bet she's smiling right now. And Miss Baxter, who's only about 4'5", I believe, or whatever, but she met him right there. She said, "Now I know you're not going to walk this dog in the cemetery." No. Now, I love dogs too, but these are brave men, and I'm from California. I'm from Illinois, actually, but you're not going to walk this dog in the cemetery because I know you're not going to do that. And they didn't do it. Yeah. But I always end the cemetery with the last passage from Company Aytch, Sam Watkins. And I want to encourage you, yeah, we did that. Well, you can't order it, but it's 3 hours. It'll make you laugh, cry. Amazon, great review, among others. And I think it was, be poignant, but whatever, read the book too. But the last passage is always appropriate for this. In closing these memoirs for the day, the scenes of my life pass in rapid review before me. I'm young again. I'm only 21 years of age. I hear the fife and drum, playing Dixie and the Bonnie Blue flag. I hear and see our fair and beautiful women waving their handkerchiefs of courage and soft. Lifting the veil of the past, I see many bright in youth and hope, standing in full view by my side in Company Aytch, 1st Tennessee. Again, I look at how those swarms are gone, and again, I look and all I see are gray locks, wrinkled faces. Also in my mind, I see my own beloved Jenny, the partner of my choice, the share of my sorrows, the sustained confidence and cheer my pathway through the delicate snows. The bright pledges of early and constant love on our side, hand in hand approach the valley of the great shadow. The tale is told. The world moves on. The sun shines as brightly as before. The birds sing their carols sweetly. The flowers that bloom out their leafy tops as if slumbering in the breeze. The pale moon sheds its silvery shade, and the blue dome of the sky sparkles with the stars that twinkle and shine and make night beautiful, and the scene melts and gradually disappears from heaven. We do not regret anything we have done, but we mourn the loss of so many brave and gallant heroes who died on the field of battle and honor. There is no north, there is no south, there is no east, there is no west. We are one and undivided. I can't beat that. We'll have final remarks, of course, at the bus there. Y'all want to take time? Oh, there's the Kentuckians, by the way, right here on the first camera, right there. Please don't forget that country from Kentucky.
Eight kills.
Let's see. What was left of the war from Virginia was not here. I don't know where they were, but this is I don't know. No. They were Buford. Now they Kentucky. The cavalry was Forest. There were no
Nashville, more or less leaving their dead and wounded. Not all, but if you couldn't walk, a lot of times you left. And Confederates buried their dead, the Federals their dead, that were prisoners. And then General John Bell Hood moves on to Nashville. I want to state tomorrow, Nashville's a hard battle to interpret. It's 14 miles wide. There's 2-day battles. And I'm not going to have maps. I have to have 10 maps for you. And but it's my job is to interpret it. And but we are going to go to Bell's Bend. Has anybody been there? That's where they blockaded the river, the gunboats. Great, wonderful spot. And they blockaded, the Confederates blockaded the river till December 15th. And beautiful spot. That's the far west area, Charlotte Pike on the Coleman River. And then the far east is Granbury's Lynette on North Knowles Road, 14 miles from there. Fort Negley is in the middle. We'll go there. Only one monument, the Peace Monument, dedicated in 1926, I believe, or 23. That's dedicated both sides. Beautiful. I'll tell you now about it. One redoubt we'll visit, redoubt number 1, first day fight. And then, believe it or not, well, Shies Hill, we're going to climb up for those who want to. And how we're going to view the Peach Orchard Hill or the Confederate right on the second day where Clayton's division was located, S.D. Lee's Corps. We're going to park behind the Franklin Road Academy and climb up to a football stadium. And I did that for the Chicago Round Table. Ed Barr said that's the best view he ever had of the Battle of Nashville up there. You see all down that second day line. We'll drive by the stone wall. That's where Stewart's Corps was second day. Found a lot of artifacts around that wall and area as a kid and an adult. And the Battle of Barricades. They're trying to get out the Granny White Pike. But it's so, we're going to do a lot of driving. And I'll try to make sure you understand how this occurred, but with the traffic and such, it's difficult. But we'll have some great spots as well. And General Hood had a choice of retreating, which he wasn't going to do, go to Murfreesboro, Fortress Rosecrans, 5 miles of fort or whatever, or go to Nashville. And he decided to go to Nashville and do a defensive offensive plan. Let them attack, defeat them, and follow them up. Napoleon called that deferred suicide. That's what he called that. Apparently he was, Jason. I would have gone to Murfreesboro personally, tried to get Thomas to come out of Nashville, and you know, you can look how much 5 years of supplies there. Milroy was there. You could take care of him and get Thomas to come out. Maybe you could, but Thomas did make mistakes. The Rock of Chickamauga, later the Sledgehammer of Nashville. Betting on Thomas to make a mistake. That's wishful thinking. And that's what I've done. He said he was hoping for reinforcements to Trans-Mississippi. That nice thought, but that's Kirby Smith ain't gonna happen. And but General Hood moved to Nashville, and it was warm until December 7th. And then it started icing and sleeting and snowing, 3 inches of ice on things, and that was a terrible thing. We'll touch a lot on that tomorrow. Sunnyside, I'm going to take you by Sunnyside. That's a house between the lines on the first day, and then first day fight. And I'm going to take you there too. And it'll be a great day, but it's just going to be more driving, not so compact like this. Yep. 7, as I've already noted, around 2,000 killed, 5,000 wounded, 300 captured Confederates. 6 generals killed or mortally wounded, 8 wounded, 1 captured. 15 generals lost. Yeah, and certainly, I'm not saying they could have won the Battle of Nashville with those men at Nashville, but still, it would have made it a little more interesting. I'll tell you that. It's a lot more interesting. That's a fact. And why did he send Forrest to Murfreesboro with Bates' division? So here's Bates' division.